What I want to do today is share my experience about the 2470 f2.8 version 2 from Nikon. It's a Z-mount lens, S series, and everything you would hope for in a premium series lens. So let's dive into this. Hey guys, it's Gunther here from Outdoorphoto. We're currently giving you this review on location at Outdoorphoto 4Ways. It's still slightly under construction, but we're just trying to top off all the little T's and dot the I's and everything else that needs to happen. Stock is happening on the shelves. The team is working relentlessly around the clock to make things happen and bring this experience to you. This 2470 f2.8 S series lens is the second version that Nikon has brought out for their mirrorless series on the Z series. We've been testing it out on the ZR specifically for video functionality because the photo functionality is remarkable. We took a couple of shots outside. It is overcast today, and with the high contrast situations, you usually get some chromatic aberration. From what I've tested on this lens, that is not an issue whatsoever. Image quality, straight, wide open f2.8. You don't have any issues in shooting in these high contrast situations. Manual focus, focus limiter on the lens itself, and then obviously these little cool buttons that have come into the picture, the lens multifunction buttons. That is a bonus in my opinion. It's something that I don't usually use on the lenses, but on this 2470 f2.8, I feel it is an extra that is great. It's very functional. Now on the right-hand side of the lens, we've got a clicker switch. What the clicker switch does is it simply adds a little bearing step in this little function ring that you've got right at the back. So you can set this up for your aperture or whatever you need or want, exposure compensation. But depending if you're shooting video or if you're shooting stills, that little click might just be a little bit annoying. It becomes a tick instead of a click. No problem, switch it off. Then it's a smooth action. I understand the functionality around it for video because you don't want that little click or that step in the turning of it. But once you cross it over into stills mode, I prefer it because I want to have like a proper touch and feel effect when I'm changing settings. So having that option there, I love it. It is a great function. I think it's a bonus. I definitely think it's a pro. On the lens hood itself, they've added the little CPL filter window thing that we see so often coming in on all the new lens hoods. The lens construction, everything else, pretty good. Weather sealing has been a massive upgrade. It really helps if you're heading out into the wild, if you're shooting weddings and it's rainy or whatever the conditions might be. You have to get the shot. I mean, you've paid how much money to go onto that African safari? The wildlife's happening right next to you. It's dusty or it's rainy or whatever. With this, no problem. Weather sealed to the tilt. Part of that design to assist in this weather sealing is one of my favorite features. This is a sealed unit now. There is no more extension or anything that happens when you're zooming from 24 to 70. Again, it's a quarter turn to go through that function or go through that entire zoom range, but it's weird because it feels like more of a quarter turn. If you have a look at any of the other video reviews that I've done on zoom lenses, some of the other brands, this quarter turn is becoming the norm. But it feels weird on this lens. It feels like it's just a little bit too far. I don't know. It's not bad. I'm just nitpicking here. I have to find a kind of negative in this lens. But Nikon have made it difficult, and this is where they needed to be 4 years ago. This quality is going to be a problem for all the different brands. Nikon are absolutely back in the market with incredible market-leading products. Pairing this thing up with something like a Z8 or even a Z6 III, you will be out and about shooting and smashing it out of the park. Regarding the design of the lens and part of this internal zoom and the weather sealing and everything, it all works hand in hand with a design around video functionality. Now we can talk about the internals, how they've upgraded from 9 aperture blades and have gone across to 11 aperture blades, giving you an even smoother bokeh in the background. That beautiful rounded out of focus lights in the background. It's a beautiful smooth looking and effect. But the internal design, the aperture rings, it being 16% lighter than its predecessor, all adds to putting this thing on a gimbal, being able to run around, move with it fluidly, or even shooting out of hand. And the designs on these mirrorless products have all turned towards being a hybrid product. You will get incredible image quality out of this shooting stills. You tell me you're shooting video or you're shooting video and stills, that's why they've changed these designs. That's why these things are coming out now. And this has absolutely been designed around video functionality. The focusing system is now a VCM motor, which assists especially in that quick, fast, effortless, smooth focusing to gain you the control in terms of video capabilities. When you're out and about, you need something to focus quick and smoothly with as little focus breathing as possible. That's what you're looking for in a lens like this. I mean, I've been shooting this thing handheld, shooting outside, shooting here in the store. It's easy. It is, I think, literally the only thing that it's missing out on is an image stabilizer. Could Nikon have added that? Yes. Is it necessary? I don't know. If we have a look at the trends on the market at the moment, we see more and more people turning back to handheld footage, kind of giving you that real life effect, or just shooting quick out of hand. Most of the cameras have IBIS now, where in-body image stabilization, or even a digital stabilization, digital VR in these cameras is a massive factor. And it assists you in getting that smooth footage, shooting handheld, on the run, on the fly. This all adds to the value of this lens. Wrapping it up, this lens is a massive upgrade. If you put the two images next to one another, as being shot with a 24-70 Mark I or the Mark II, I probably won't be able to tell you the difference. But if we stage these two things out in the field, I can absolutely tell you I'm going to have a lot more fun shooting with this. Feeling a lot more confident in getting the images when we go out there. The functionality, the versatility, the balance, the weight, the look and feel on that soft bokeh because of the 11 blades versus the 9 blades. It's all the internal zoom. It's all little things that keep on adding to the value of one product. So if you pair them up side by side and you compare them, man, it's not that big. If you take this outside and you use it, you will not want to use anything else. It's light, it's comfortable, it's everything you would ever want in a 24-70. I'm thoroughly impressed. Ring on it, the click functionality on it, if you're shooting stills or video, you've got both options available there. The buttons on it, adding that to create an extra button where it's necessary. As example with this, shooting with a ZR, I felt like I wanted an extra button. And the big bonus is it's not just one button, there are two buttons. So depending on your orientation and how you're shooting, there is options available. This is incredible. And I recommend you guys get into contact with the go-to guys at Outdoorphoto and get your name on one of these Mark II lenses. I highly recommend it. For now, I'm Gunther and I'm out. We've got to stock a shop.